Hello?
Hello, sorry mate. I didn't get a notification. How's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Considering I've been on nights, but yeah, 2 screaming kids waking me up in the morning, but you know.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions at the beginning, then I'm going to tell you all about the session. So if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I am a grand old age of 41.
41.
Yeah.
And how many years, if any, have you played FPS games in PC?
Do you know what? I don't even know. A good long time, yeah. 10 years, 15 years maybe.
And how would you describe your game style in Valorant? Would you be passive, aggressive, or situation?
I'd say I'm pretty aggressive.
Okay. And what are your goals in Valorant? Are they more casual or more competitive?
Yeah, a bit more competitive, to be honest. I'm sort of hitting that platinum. I think I got to plat 3 once, and maybe that's where I struggle sometimes. Consistency and just getting out of there. So,
I get you.
no illusions of obviously going anywhere with it, but just, yeah, I do a little bit of streaming, and it'd be nice to sort of learn some new, or just get any info, really.
Yeah, different perspective on things. Yeah, I get you completely. Okay, so let me tell you how the session is going to go down. So I would like you to hop into competitive game and stream it on Discord so I can watch you play, see how you perceive the game, what are the things that you can improve on. I'm going to be doing the live coaching, so essentially giving you my perspective on many different things inside of the game when you're going to be playing. And then when the game is going to be finished, I'm going to take 5 to 6 minutes to make my notes for you, which essentially are going to be bullet points on which I would like you to improve on, or simply implement to your gameplay from mechanics to thought process, games and stuff like that. And then after we're finished explaining everything, if you're going to have any more questions or something else that you want to do with the rest of the time, we can.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so hop into the game. So
think of the money. All right. I normally play Reyna. I'm just gonna use her.
That's fine.
Reyna, then Phoenix, or I've not really played with many others, to be honest.
I think Reyna's completely fine. I mean,
it's easy for me because I don't have to think too much. I think Reyna.
I mean, true and not true in a way, because like Reyna is some sort of a space maker. Like as much as obviously you can get a lot of entries, like she makes a lot of space on the map just by using her flashes. Because that's what I usually consider her flashes to be, like space makers. And the main reason why is like people always have kind of 2 options with your flash. Either to shoot the flash, which allows you to shoot them back, obviously when they're busy shooting the flash, or they have to go back. And a lot of time on the attacking side, when kind of people struggle to like entry side and stuff like that, like you can just make space with your ulti and be able to quite easily push them to passive positions and take advantage of the map control that you gain. So yeah. Like especially on split, Reyna is quite amazing if you know how to play her.
I guess I'm gonna play mid.
Yeah, I usually like this is like a solo queue advice, like because on every single map there is a center of the map except the bind. Bind literally has no center of the map because it's kind of A and B. But usually on the defensive side, I prefer to play around middle because it allows you to quickly rotate to both sides. So
Coming.
Just keep in mind that you're walled off.
Wow.
So, yeah. Seems like that.
Hit me.
Very low HP, guys.
Still in sight.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
You know what? I didn't even hear him.
I did.
You did, yeah. See, I thought.
Yeah, the thing is, like right there, this is just like sound recognition. When you were approaching short, like we heard him reloading close, right? So right there, like you cannot be hesitant. Just put your flash out and push him before he has time to do something against you.
Yeah, should have been more
You
aggressive.
see, he's essentially stuck in a corner, so you can pre-fire him quite easily, right?
Let's go push long.
But yeah, looking at the lineup, like that's always what you want to look for. Like look at the lineup and know how to play against it. As you can see, they don't have a smoke character, but they have Viper, but they have Breach and Reyna. Against those 2 characters, you want to play aggressive on the defensive side. The main reason why is because they're gonna be relying on executes because they have a lot of flashes. So we need to get them before the execute happens.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're all pushing side. Have the spike here.
Heal maybe.
Oh. Nervous with you watching. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean it is different there for sure. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help. So don't worry.
Yeah, no, that's it. Sounds like big.
Get out of my way.
Parasite.
Nice, good shit.
One more's on B.
Still in sight.
One enemy remaining.
I wish people would be running with their knives out like that in my games.
You wish what?
that people would be running with their knives out like that Viper in my games.
Yeah. What was she doing, right?
I'm not sure. Maybe she just lost her weapon somewhere on the way. I don't know. Really good round right there, yep. Okay, so now considering they lost 2 rounds in a row on B, they're probably gonna go A. So if I would be, I would consider playing short here, like A short. Because it allows you to have access to middle, allows you to have access to A on a quicker
Gotcha.
rotation. Because in solo queue, what's really important is to like be proactive. Like, don't always kind of count on your teammates to be able to do something for you. Because usually you're just gonna end up retaking a side 12 times in a row.
Gotcha.
That's why usually we want to be in a position to be
We
able to
win with your
be
back.
active towards the side that we think they're gonna be going.
Would you buy armor on 30?
Nope.
No, okay. I wasn't sure.
You're playing Rey now, so you can overheal. Oh, let's push
Oh,
behind them.
yeah.
Seems like they want to force it until they win.
Did you do ultimate here?
Yeah, I think you can ulti.
Insane.
Huge.
Spike planted.
There is one close in the smoker close right. We heard him.
Oh, bollocks. I was checking. I was going to check in that. In the smoke.
Out in the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Got me killed. I should have checked.
Last player
One mono,
standing.
right? CT, I think. Or stairs. Where was the Phoenix? He died? Oh.
Yeah, he died when you were getting the first one. They do have eco, so don't be afraid to take fights. Just make sure that you're not out in the open, considering they have 2 flashes.
But they've got it. I might just. Jets on site.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, sure.
Under heaven should be.
Yeah, yeah, relax. Okay.
Nice. So right there, in my opinion, you shouldn't have been watching short that much. You can just probably cross towards generator before they execute it. Because like, as much as I can appreciate like you being aware of the push, like on eco people don't tend to have a lurk. Obviously, we can argue that they could have, but I think the side was just more important there
Sure.
because if your teammates would like fuck up and they have the weapons, let's say for example it's a 3-3 retake, then they're kind of like we're in disadvantage because they have the side, they have weapons. Second thing is that when the Reyna was in the dismiss, like in my opinion, you need to chase her. Like don't allow her to like get her
Reset,
weapon out because
yeah.
obviously when you get out of the dismiss, you have to draw your weapon and it's a free kill right there.
Still in sight.
Okay, so it seems like 4 of them are on B
Still
already.
in sight.
Pushing.
Yeah. Used his ulti on B as well.
Yeah, we need to aggro here.
They are
This is the side.
boosted on that.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sage wall, yeah.
He called it as well, like just as I got shot.
There.
I think one's lurking in B, in mid.
Cutting their vision. Cutting their vision.
One enemy remaining. Hey,
Wow, nice dude. I didn't even know where I was then.
This guy.
I came out of that smoke all
You
confused.
are a fourth.
Generally, what I'd probably do is look to push with my ultimate now and be aggressive.
Still in sight.
Yeah, but
And
like
get
not out
killed.
in the open in the middle, yeah.
People A long, people A long.
Well, if you'd have like at least like a smoke top mid or a smoke tile, I
Do you know why I
As
did
much
that?
as-
Because they haven't come there once, and that was stupid of me to think they're not going to do it again. But yeah,
I mean, I get why you would assume something like that, but if it comes to like defensive side on Ascent actually, if you're peeking middle towards top middle, or if you're peeking short towards mid link, like in both cases, it's a lot easier for the attacker to
one
get a kill
enemy remaining.
than it is for the defender because of the way that angles are constructed. So right there, I mean,
Garden.
I understand why you did that. It's
Yeah.
just like usually when you play middle, you never want to
Short,
be
short,
challenging
short.
anyone
Comment,
comment.
unless it is something that you did early on, like pushing that left side cubby to challenge tile, because that usually works because they're surprised that you're so close. But other than that, I mean, usually you just play middle for info
yeah.
because they're always like we're always in disadvantage peeking into an open position
It was
when we are
stupid.
literally stuck in a low cubby. Yeah.
When you said about pushing cubby, you meant getting across to the other side, yeah, and then hiding.
No, like right here, what you were doing before, like going close and going left side and peeking tile, like this is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only kind of peak that makes sense in middle.
Sure.
If you peek from here towards top mid, usually you lose. If you peek from short, so A lane garden
Yeah.
towards mid lane, you always, like, I mean, not always, but usually lose. If it comes to rifle fights, obviously. Shit. I think we might ult.
Maybe
even.
B again.
Still in sight. They will cover. Blind fools.
Spike planted.
Ah, one on site on the right side of the box. Gonna be made. Yeah.
Last player standing.
Kind of shows the wrong spot to dismiss. It was a stressful round, obviously, like there
One
was,
enemy
everything kind of
remaining.
seemed open. But I still think that with your dismiss, you could have gone towards the switch and like right here. And the main reason why is your Sofa was peeking from spot, so that might have allowed you to
Yeah.
actually be safe because that Reyna might have been hesitant to peek. It wasn't Reyna. Who was it? In B main, I think it was Sage,
Right.
but essentially the B main person.
Cutting their vision.
B again.
Spike
Oh, what?
planted.
Shooting at his feet.
Yeah, but that's one of those duels in which we never choose to spray and crouch, especially.
Last
Because it's a
player
mid-range.
standing.
So actually it's a long range duel. So yeah, I will show you a technique that you're probably gonna be able to like get a hang of, get a hang on easily. That mid-range, long range
Last
works in this
round
game
in the
perfectly.
half.
But yeah, we just never basically want to spray that far because
No.
of the bloom in this game.
Yeah.
Like when the upper part of your crosshair disappears, it's kind of random. So yeah,
So just
that's
a
the
tap.
only kind of. It's
Both.
basically two tapping and
Yeah,
sidestepping,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. I think you can just ask for a weapon. This last round, your teammates have
Need a
money.
thank you.
Maybe play B. I mean, fuck it. We never actually played B. Let's leave middle open. Play somewhere close or play on side, whatever you prefer.
Do you know, I sometimes just, I don't know if this is a bad spot, but sometimes just there.
Against their team, it would
Seems
be a
safe,
bad spot
seems
because
safe,
they have
seems
flashes, but it seems like A.
Okay.
As you can see, they're committing already up. Let's try to go heaven and instantly when we're close, just double flash and go in. Make some space for our team. Don't allow them to get their positions when they want
One
to.
shot.
So
Gonna
just
flash.
flash and go.
One shot garden.
Blind.
Still in sight.
Spike planted.
You will not kill my ally.
That smoke disappeared right at the wrong time.
True.
Fuck's sake. They all, oh, they did come with me. At least one did.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, I mean that was not a bad trade actually. It was 3 for 2 for us.
Hope we can get this one.
Yeah, it kind of depends whether they can catch that that Viper because she is actually putting shit out of poison from the spike. Yep. Oh, that wasn't late.
Oh, well played.
Your duty is not over.
Switching
As much as
sides.
this world hurt me, it's mine, and I will kill to defend it.
Cover going out.
Still in sight.
Left side, left side, left side, left side. One CT.
There.
One on the stairs, one on the stairs. Come on, Scobby.
Wall raised.
One enemy remaining.
But planted.
I never know whether to buy, like, or just keep it.
Well, usually what I do is I go with a Spectre Light Shield, and the main reason why is that first of all I don't want to give them a chance to win it back because we only have pistols.
Yeah.
Second thing is I usually treat it as a confidence round. I just basically run over people. They usually only have like pistols or like shit weapons, so you can just run them over, get some confidence going
One
in,
shot.
maybe 2 or 3 kills on eco, and this can like snowball the game for you quite easily.
Finger. Garden.
One dead.
Shadows traveling.
Low HP, low HP, low HP, low HP. Low HP, left heaven.
That works.
Plant, omen.
Spike planted. Reloading.
Hold it, hold it.
One enemy remaining.
Hold it.
And right here, I actually like in normal circumstances, if you guys wouldn't be winning that much, and even right now, I'd probably not buy a full shield. Considering that you still have a full light shield, and once again, you're playing Reyna, and
Yeah.
investing 1k into overbuying a 600 of worth of shield is
Yeah, I
not
guess
the.
I could drop
No
someone, couldn't I?
prisoners.
Yeah, I mean you have
Extra
2
money.
flashes, so yeah. So you can always close the distance. You do have something that can kind of help you out in the fight. So light armor is not the worst thing in the world right here.
One of those bullets hit me.
Can
Behind, help me.
Healing you.
No way, that.
Must have been somewhere.
One in
right?
pizza, watch out.
Neutralized.
Yeah, that was dumb.
said you can ill.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I love playing in the smokes, actually, because that's something that people I think that like underutilize. Like in this specific case, since the smoke was kind of like between pizza and market, you
Yeah.
can clear both angles at the same time. That's why right
Dangerous.
there, I don't think we go for a push. Yeah.
No, okay.
Because we did hear one guy going back spawn, which means somebody probably was left here, and the main reason why somebody must be here is because none of the sides were pressured. Like, let's say, for example, if your teammates would be outside A main pressuring it, then yeah, sure, I agree with the play. Like, based on the pressure your teammates are creating on A, we could have assumed that the mid guy was moving and that's him. But right here, the main pressure was a middle, so it kind of doesn't make sense for the mid guy to just leave it out open, right?
30 seconds
For sure.
left.
Like, a lot of times you have to pay attention to what our teammates are doing to understand what the enemies are, what they are supposed to be doing.
One enemy
Based
remaining.
on the pressure they're creating.
Yeah. Let's try, man.
Actually, since we have a bank, you could go for a Vandal, Vandal full armor, and you're still gonna have enough money for the next round. And you can try to play aggressive, maybe get a weapon for your teammates.
Win the round for him, yeah.
Yeah. So considering that they're playing Breach, Middle, Sage, B, I think A should be quite easy. You could just
You
try
go
to
A?
ulti and go in, I guess, with flashes.
Where'd you pop your
Yeah,
ulti?
like for now-
Closer, or?
No, for now you can just chill, like let's peek it, let's see if somebody's close, what are they doing and stuff like that, and if they won't be close we can ulti. Well, there we go, ulti, flash, and let's go.
They will cover.
And we take A. Could be pushing the smoke, yep.
Let's get on site, boys.
There's gonna be a flash from heaven, so probably watch out.
Heaven, heaven.
Play aggressive till you have your ulti.
Ah, fuck. I get
Oh.
shot from door as well. Two heaven, one door.
Player
Like-
standing.
I don't know what my team are doing.
Yeah, Omen, he was kinda lost in this round. But yeah.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, right there also like just being
Oh, yeah, it
able
was
to
Eco,
understand
wasn't
like
it?
what is happening. Like, I mean, yeah, they had.
I
Eco, they
forgot.
didn't
My
say
boys
that.
didn't have anything, did they? Yeah. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Yeah, I said that like right there you still have to like, even though you're paying attention to heaven and usually like just challenging
semi
heaven,
right?
like you have to pay attention to what is going on around
Yeah.
you.
I just.
And when
yeah.
you kill that breach, like we can clearly
Right?
hear like the door is
right?
banging, somebody's destroying it. So even though I wanted you to play aggressive towards heaven and you did, like we cannot basically cross behind the green box because
Gotcha.
that will open us to
Let's
short.
leave, let's
Like
do,
you have to play around that
smoke
green box, but you cannot play behind it.
Smoke,
And you took
smoke
one step
market
too
and
many, and you opened yourself
and
up to another angle.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But it was a really good round overall. But
I think part of me just assumed they, because there was so many of us alive still. I thought, you know, but I forgot they didn't have weapons.
Two on side.
Probably made it harder.
Barrier created.
Two on the side. Back side.
Hold on, I'll flash through.
Still in sight.
Go.
Lights down.
nice huge flash.
Go.
That jump.
That jump, I
Last
know.
player
Yeah.
standing.
Yeah, you should have widened the corner to the left instead of jumping down right there.
Flash shot.
Should have done what? Sorry, gone down.
It's fine.
No. You should have just widened the angle, like keep on going left to try to challenge Viper. Because like if she's challenging us right now, like we cannot allow ourselves to jump down and actually be inaccurate, right? Like we have to deal with the fight first.
I thought I jumped before I even saw her. You know. That's the worst part.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, it wasn't like that, but yeah.
Let's go mid. Take mid, guys. Don't rush. Just take
I
mid.
am everywhere.
Here, I'll take point.
Cover going out. Cover going out.
Reloading.
Fucking hell, should have stayed there.
Spotted.
Drop, push him, watch out. You got top mid over.
There is one on garden. There is one on garden.
There.
Get out of my way.
Last player
Oh my
standing.
goodness
okay.
me. Okay.
And the cross replacement slightly
If
off.
you're not a good shot today,
Yeah.
don't
on my
worry.
mark.
There are other ways to be useful.
Focus.
Well, since we have a low buy, considering that the last time Reina made a mistake, we can maybe try to play out today like a shadow or a ghost. If she pushes, maybe we can punish it and get a weapon. Doesn't have to, but I mean, that's kind
Might
of the
do. Yeah.
easiest way to...
I got you, bruv.
See if Reyna pushes here again.
Shot done.
But this kind of seems like she would be interested in pushing since he's throwing his abilities. Oh, Breach just died. Let's go. Flash, flash,
Let's
flash,
go,
flash,
let's
flash.
Not kill my ally.
Cutting their vision.
One of the A players is dead, which
Yeah,
means
she's
this
in
will
there.
be relatively easy.
Welcome
Huge.
to my world.
Close the door, close the door.
Get the weapon.
Heaven, heaven.
She might... Viper might push out her ulti, so watch out.
Planted. Reload him.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Good time peek there. Beautiful.
Thanks, dude.
They don't have a
So that's what I mean,
single
like this is
life
sometimes
worth
what you're lacking, like being able to like kind of connect the dots quick enough. Like
Mm.
right there, your Sova was arrowing at the beginning of the round and suddenly you see Bredge being like killed by a fucking shock dart. Which means out of 2 players on A, there is only 1 left.
Mhm.
We have to make it count, we have to go in before the rotation starts, right? So you initiate a push immediately, even though the idea was to like slow push it, play contact, like something changed. There is a variable that kind of makes us want to push right now because of the one defender being dead.
I think you're absolutely right. I wouldn't have realized, oh, that's Breach is doing that. You know what I mean? I need to, use my brain a bit more in those situations. Flash.
Viper is on garden. Viper.
Here, side.
Right there.
More close left.
Still inside.
Go across.
Cover going out.
Could be Reina, so you know, push out. She could have actually pushed A, man.
Watch along there. Heaven one.
Our spike's down.
I mean.
Oh, fuck off.
Got spike.
Yeah.
Last
worried
player
about heaven.
standing.
Yeah, I understand, but okay, look at it this way. So since the beginning of this game, we kind of know that Reina plays A, right?
Yeah.
We just entered the A side and we saw Breach on short and we saw Viper on short, but we haven't seen Reina the whole time. We entered the side, she's still not there, which basically leaves only one option. She must have gone A main, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so right there, like even though there is a heaven, someone
Mm-hmm.
on heaven, I mean, like still,
I
we're
could've
not
turned
vulnerable
around.
to heaven as much as we are vulnerable to A main.
Exactly.
Because the
I was
heaven hype
greedy.
would have to drop down. Yeah, you just have to be able to kind of be able to understand your priorities in that situation.
Cover going out.
Revealing area.
Shadows traveling. Still inside.
Reloaded.
Got ulti.
Yeah, I think ulti is fine. Yeah, for now, right now.
You win. Nice.
And this Sova has some sick lineups, not gonna lie. I think one is market, one spawn. Side's
Okay.
clear, I think.
Going up.
Yeah, Sova's good.
Planted.
One enemy remaining.
Alright.
Enemy spot.
Low HP.
That's not
One
wall
bullet.
bangable, by the way.
One bullet.
It's not wall bangable now.
He's saving. One bullet.
No, it's a brick wall. It's way too thick.
Even the edge, or
No, the edges are always gonna be wall
Always,
bangable
yeah,
because
okay.
they're really thin. But like the whole wall out of brick is not wall bangable, unless it would be like an Odin and it wouldn't be like 2 walls, because you always want to kind of pay attention to the layers.
You can pick a
Like if there's only 1 layer, that's completely fine. But there's like 2 layers, like 2 walls, one to another,
Mm.
then obviously that's not gonna be wall bangable.
Let's go aggro. Well,
what did he say, guys? Oh, B.
I will go B. Just peek out.
Get out of my way!
Scanning ahead.
Cover going out.
Can we?
Blinding.
Flight.
Cutting their vision.
Reloading.
Let's go, boys.
Flashing. Here we go.
Shock down.
Enemy
He's rotated already.
Shock down.
Can you please
Enemy
push?
spotted.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
2 in mid market, 1 CT. We got sight. Let's go.
I am the hunter.
You got this.
I think you should push upstairs. Because Spike is dead and we want to
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah.
create some pressure. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Play the smoke, play the timing. When you think it's a good idea to peek out, you peek out.
No. Damn it. Fuck.
Well, the main reason why this wasn't particularly a good time is because we usually when we play in the smokes, we want to peek out when we know that somebody's either looking the other way or they're busy doing something. And right there, as you kind of like were able to understand from the situation, is that like they were not busy doing anything, so they were just waiting. Like there was a concussion coming in, but they weren't making noise, they weren't flashing, which means they're not yet in the phase of retaking. They were just checking corners, right?
Gotcha.
So when you hear somebody like running lane, or when you hear somebody coming your way, that's when you can either peek out or just simply wait in the smoke, because the smokes in this game kind of.
I think the
work,
reason I
like-
peeked was because I heard Breach's flash, and I thought he was going to do something with it. But
I think it was a concussion. I mean, you actually saw it next to you. It wasn't a flash.
I heard the, you know, the how's it going?
Oh, maybe I'm